So today is one of those days where you wake up sunny and in the 50s, and it is, maybe 10 o'clock now, and the temperature's dropping, and we're expecting just a little drizzle today, but we're expecting the temperature to continue dropping over the next several days, including icy rain coming up. So I came out getting the goats all freshened up, some warm bedding, water, hay, their special pellets they love. Here's Bristol. Guess what, guys? She still has not kidded. Her ligaments were gone Saturday morning, and so I got her kidding pen all set up. I went for my walk. I got her everything all ready for her. Hold on, I'm trying to lock this gate. Okay, got everything ready for her to set her up in a kidding pen because her ligaments were gone. By Saturday afternoon, her ligaments were back, and all of the mess that was coming from her backside stopped. So then that's bliss. Then Sunday morning, that was Friday morning, the first time her ligaments were gone. And I thought, oh good, here we go. Got her ready. Saturday morning, came out, no ligaments, got her in the kidding pen, stayed with her for a little while, and here come the ligaments. They by the afternoon, they're like bouncing back up, and all the messiness that's starting from her backside quits. Well, this morning is, there she goes. This morning is Sunday, January 29th. I had never in a million, I absolutely had no reason to believe that this girl would still be pregnant by today. I'm just dumbfounded. I know I felt her kids, actively, aggressively moving November 30th, and this goat has been tricking me. She's been driving me nuts. So she's still pregnant, and her udder did fill in a bit more last night because it never has fully popped, and I didn't worry about that because with Bliss, when she had Bliss, she got her udder through labor as she was progressing. So I'm not really overly concerned about that. Now it is rounder today, but it does that as they gradually get closer. So it's hard to know with her what in the heck is going on. So, you can see she's super deep bodied, but she still kind of looks like, if she can look dropped, she definitely has high hip bones. And let Mama feel. She doesn't want me to. She's sick. She's way over it. They're super, super soft, but I can still feel them. They're there. And Miss Bliss, who's due February 7th, for the first time yesterday, and I don't bug her too much because she's a first freshener, and she really is like, do not touch my ligaments. Her little ligaments have some give in them for the first time, so she's getting closer. She's starting to show some signs of getting ready. Her little udder feels a little bit more every day, not a bunch because she's a first freshener. And realistically, I'm expecting maybe one or two. She'll be lucky to have two. I'll be lucky if she has two. I say her because it's easier on them to have a couple smaller kids than one big kid. So we are still waiting on Bristol, and she is just absolutely refusing to release those hostages. And like I said, I am dumbfounded because I had no anticipation at all that her pregnancy would go on this long. And so I'm just seriously needing a stiff drink at this point with this goat. There's my beautiful Blias. Didn't I bring your water? Oh, I came in and forgot to bring their water in. So I have these two together because they're bonded and they don't really disagree with one another very often. I had to separate Bree from Burley. He's in there because he is, very, here, let me see. He's eating and surviving, but he's very sickly and he's very old. I really don't expect, every day I worry I'm not going to find him up, if you know what I mean. So Bree, I made a sort of a tent over them in this outer pen because we're expecting inclement weather. Not real bad, but some. So I put Bree and Betty together because they don't seem to have a lot of disputes. And she's starting to get her little udder coming in too, but she's still got about 3 weeks left, Miss Bree, the buckskin. And so Bliss and Bristol are in here. Bree's being way mean to Burley, like even knocks him down because he's just weak. So he's by himself and he doesn't care because most of the day, if he's not eating, he's like that. He just stands there, kind of with his head down. He chews his cud. He gets a drink of water. He mostly stands around. He still loves treats. Yesterday he had some French fries and he was so happy. And then all the other boys are being put over here. So they're out. They're out with the geese because they can take care of themselves with the geese. And I can't. So I'm in with the two does that are getting closer here. And this one here was supposed to already go. Miss Tubbo, Miss Blimpo, Bristol. You're driving me nuts, Mama. You're driving me crazy. Ligaments go and come. I honestly have never had that with a goat, but guess who did that? Myself. I would start labor with my second child and the contractions would stop. And so they finally ended up finishing my labor by inducing me because I just was, and I was already 2 weeks late. So they knew that I don't know what kept that labor stalling, but she's doing this to me. And I honestly never in my wildest dreams imagined that she wouldn't have kidded by now. So, and that's terrible because they keep growing and I'm pretty sure she's due. I don't know if you can see, it almost looks like her ligaments are gone, but I can still feel them. So, maybe today's the day. I'll keep an eye on her, but, she's definitely holding on here. So for whatever reason, those babies still, feel like they need a minute in there, I guess, or they'd release the little chemical to make Mama start. She's been having extremely messy bottom, but it's swollen and puffy, but it's not messy. So, and as you can see, I don't shave their udders, but then after they kid, I always wish I did because it's probably harder to clean up, but they don't really want you to mess with their udders, so I don't. I don't know. And I think I hear, I know the wind's picked up, but I think I hear a few little drops, but I don't feel them, but I'm gonna go on in. It's cold, it's the wind's picking up and making it colder. Bristol is not in labor. Everybody's got some shelter, warm bedding. These big old Brahma chickens are fine. In the coldest temperature, when we had the major frost, the freeze, a couple years ago, they still never even went in their coop. They slept in the run on their perches. Yeah, I see, almost I see sleet, I think, coming. So I'm gonna go ahead and go on in and let the birds enjoy the icy weather. They will too. Hi, Cheyenne. We're getting ready to set your eggs. Nobody else is laying yet, just you, huh? You're so pretty. You're a gorgeous girl. They have 2 pools full of fresh, cold, clean water, and they still have to come foul the dog water. they just, any body of water, they're gonna stick their head in it. Here we go.